I've messed up big time. I should have planned ahead. I didn't. I just wanted to go and experience it and get lost. Yeah, I've learned a lesson today. Boarded. Yeah, the car sleeps aren't getting any easier. I'll be completely real. That was a rough one. But I think it's kind of worth it because despite the rough sleep, the amount of flies there are around me right now, the view to wake up to is pretty nice. And if you're wondering where we actually are staying, we're staying in the Kasawa Lake campground. This is actually, I believe, the Takini River, and it's just based in Yukon. That's exactly where we are. We've driven from Vancouver to Yukon, and now we're starting to make our way to loop back around to head back into BC. I don't think we're going to hit it today. We might, depending on how we feel, but we are thinking about heading in that direction now. So we've got some more driving ahead of us. There's quite a lot that I want to see en route today. So I've not got a huge kind of end goal for today's vlog. It's very much just let's make progress. If we see a side road, let's go check it out. If there's a cool sign, let's go check it out. If there's some wildlife, you know, we're gonna go check it out. So that's pretty much what today's vlog's gonna be. It's gonna be a bit more of an unhinged, less structured one compared with the last couple days. But I'm totally here for it because it means that we can kind of take our own pace. We don't have to be anywhere at a specific time, which is pretty nice. If we do need a place to get to roughly by the end of the day, I'm thinking Watson Lake area, in and around. We have been there before, very briefly, in one of our previous vlogs. We went and checked out the signpost forest, but the reason we want to be in that direction is because the other highway that connects to Yukon and enters BC goes from that way. I think it's the Alaska Highway, I think. I need to double check myself. I will correct it if I'm wrong, but I think it is the Alaska Highway. So that is where we need to head to in order to get our route back down BC. So that's why I'm thinking Watson Lake. I don't know if we're gonna stay there for the night, if we're gonna go further, if we're not even gonna make it, because there's quite a lot en route and I'm trying to fit it all in. But hey ho. We'll just take one last look at the view and then we're gonna have to jump in the car because we need to get going. It is 7 AM, give or take. So we've got plenty of daylight ahead of us, especially because up here in Yukon, they can have up to 19 hours of daylight. Like, it's absolutely insane. But yesterday when we were driving, we got to the campsite about 10:30 and it was still pretty bright. So that's kind of a lucky thing, I guess. If you're a bit of a sleeper, then you want long sleeps, you might not be getting that because the daylight, you know, sticks around a bit longer. But I mean, I liked it because the days are a lot longer. Also, I had to re-legalise our number plate. It got absolutely filthy. I didn't realise in the evening that you couldn't actually read it, which we're kind of lucky that we didn't get pulled over. But I mean, it's a lot better now because I've given it a bit of a wipe. So I think that's okay. Oh. Needs to make sure I'm checking that in the future. Right, let's get in the machine and get going. I think I've just found a little side quest. There's something here, there's gotta be like a little side quest. Hello. It's empty. This is cool though. Oh, there's a bit of an echo in here too. I feel like we've touched on well, it is a historic site. Historic roadhouse. You think someone was here a long time ago. Kind of neat. This is the bigger one. There was a sign here actually telling a little bit about it. Montague. Ah, there you go. The last of the 3 Montague roadhouses. Part of the Canadian Development Company. 1900 to 1902. There you go. Bit of history. wee bit of history. But we're not a history channel. We're a travel channel. We're just trying to complete the world, I guess. This is neat though. Like, I can really think back in the day, this would have been pretty cool, pretty impressive. But now it's kind of fallen apart a little bit. Like, kind of a big area. They would have probably had a bar here or something. Had a few drinks. Clearly, there was a second floor. And then there would have been a roof as well. Found the basement. Got filled in. Surely there's like some buried treasure here. This is really reminding me of Red Dead Redemption again. Up in the mountains when you have the old kind of forts from the fights, and then you had the little treasure points. Really picture that maybe we need a shovel, but we've not got that piece of equipment just yet. Yeah. That was quite neat. Nice little find. Just off the Klondike Highway. Not too far now from, I think it's called Carmack, where we're going. Need to get a little bit of a pit stop, get some more fuel in the tank, and then continue our little drive round to Watson Lake. Just seeing if there's another viewpoint. I don't think there is. It said there's an elk herd in the area, right? So I have been keeping my eye on the road, hoping we might actually be able to spot it, but we've been a little bit unlucky. It was a little rest area where you could just park your car up for a minute, which is exactly what I've done, just to stretch my legs after last night's sleep. Our health bar's pretty low at the moment. Did have a white monster, so like we've got the bonus caffeine boost, but yeah, that was a rough sleep. The configuration didn't quite work how I intended, so I'm gonna change the car around for tonight and try a different position. Let's get going. Just having a quick little stop off at the roadside grill in Carmack. Honestly, one of the nicest milkshakes I think I've had. Went for a little chocolate milkshake, and then they've also got this bad boy, the roadside burger, which looks absolutely beautiful. Let's do a taste test. That is really good. Look at the size of it as well. Right, so here's what I'm thinking, okay? I know I mentioned Watson Lake, but I reckon if we drive a little bit further, we can get to this place called Liard River, where they've got some like natural hot springs, which I think will be much nicer to actually check out. And I know I need it, some relaxation, because as you know, last night we stayed in the car, so that's what I'm gonna aim for. I'm gonna aim to drive to Liard River probably early evening, late, like that's the latest I'd like to arrive there. I don't know if it's gonna be earlier or later, but that's what we're gonna aim for now. There's a few little stops en route. There's a town called Faro. I'm not sure if I'm gonna drive up into it, but we're also gonna go past Ross River as well, which is known for its suspension bridge. So I'm gonna make that little target. I want us to at least check out the suspension bridge at Ross River. So we'll then arch back around, go back through Watson Lake, and then from there we can then make our way down back into BC towards Liard River, which where we're going to stay the night. That's where we're going to stay the night, is at Liard River. So we can get the hot springs either this evening or we'll get it tomorrow morning before we then continue our descent back down and back around the other side of BC. So that's the plan. I'm going to finish eating this burger because I need the energy. It's been a little bit of a slow start for me. I think it was the rough night's sleep and also the lack of breakfast that I've been having recently. I've been, as you know, I've been living off cereal bars because I didn't want to put too much planning into this trip. So I've just kind of kept it very low budget, very minimal. And I think now I'm beginning to start regretting some of those decisions for keeping it super cheap. I could have done with a little bit more food, but at the same time I've been so high on energy, on like wanting to see the different things, that I've not noticed it as much until this morning when it was the bad sleep, low on energy, not enough food. It's kind of all stacked up today. So I'm just going to tuck back into this burger and then we're going to make a move. Quick stop off because there's a viewpoint, and I figured because it's been a little bit of a slow start today, let's get a viewpoint in there. So this is still part of the Yukon River. Apparently this river is absolutely massive, by the way. But yeah, it's kind of a sad view to an extent. I'll show you in 1 second, just because all the trees have been burnt down. But here, that's the little roadside view. I read a few things, right, on some of the stops. It's a little bit of a fun fact that even though you have these forest fires, it can sometimes be nice for the nature itself to kind of rebuild from it. So it's kind of a yin and yang to it, I guess. But yeah, thought I'd have a quick little stop off because currently I know we are going to Ross River because I want to see that suspension bridge, but I'm also going to try my luck at Faro, which is a small town that apparently has some like viewing platforms for some Dall sheep. So I thought that'd be quite cool just to have a little look, because I've been trying to find some wildlife on the way today, and it's a lot lower. The wildlife count's a lot lower than it was the previous days, mainly because I think we're going away from like Alaska and the mountainous regions, and we're now going kind of east back into the, I mean, it's still very much mountains, but not as mountainous, if that makes any sense at all. So it's been a little bit more of a quieter drive, which is a shame. I thought it'd be a little bit more exciting, but it has been a bit more of a quieter one so far. But yeah, we're gonna keep plodding along. We're gonna get to Faro and see if we can spot any of these sheep, but if not, we've got that suspension bridge to look forward to. So we're gonna get going again. Just had a short little stop off at Little Salmon Lake campground recreation space. It's got some really nice views. Like, the lake itself is very calm. It's pretty cold. I have done a little test. I haven't gone in today. I just wanted to like feel the temperature with my hand. But yeah, it is quite cold. But similar with yesterday, pretty clear water as well, which is nice. But you've got all of this just to go boating on. I might do some more paddle boarding at some stage on this road trip. Not fancying it today because I want to make a little bit more progress in terms of getting our journey on track to head back down into BC. But yeah, I just needed a quick little break. We've refilled the water. Wanted to show you where we were at. But yeah, it's a nice little spot, which is quite surprising actually, because I've been on the highway for a little bit now, the Robert Campbell Highway, and I've not really found that much whilst on it. So yeah, this was a nice little find whilst heading along. So as I say, if you want to come check it out, it's in Yukon. It's called Little Salmon Lake. Nice little campground. Let's get back in the car, let's keep moving forward, and our next stop is gonna be Faro. And hopefully, according to ChatGPT, there is a sheep viewing platform or something. So I'm gonna pop in, I'm gonna see if that is the actual thing. If it is, then obviously we're gonna try and spot some stuff. If not, we'll be straight back in the car and we'll be heading out to, I believe is Ross River, to check out the suspension bridge. So let's get going. I'm in Faro, which is supposedly Yukon's best kept secret, right? I got to a petrol station, which is literally a big tank. It's just a tank and that's it. It's like a 24-hour pay-at-pump tank. I don't know if this is a common thing. This is it. That's the petrol station. I went to like the little convenience store right next door to it, and I asked the lady, because apparently, as I said, apparently there's supposed to be some sheep viewing platforms. Yeah, I also asked her what the secret's kept about. There's not really a secret here. There's not really much going on here at all. It's quite a quiet little town. But either way, yeah, she sent us on a mission to go and find the Finger, which is apparently a viewing platform. So yeah, I'm on my way to go and find the Finger. Okay. Can someone please explain to me where they get these names from? This is supposed to be, for context, a viewing area for a load of sheep. Yeah, I don't know how that name makes sense, but we found it. So if you want to actually come yourself, you've got the Campbell Street, you'll hit a T-junction, you have to go up the mine access road. It does say you need to wear chains, it's a bit of a dirt path, but if you just follow that straight up, you will eventually then see this sign. It's pretty clear, but I will try my best to show you on the map here actually. So, I'll zoom in here. This is Campbell Street, this is the T road. So as you come into Faro, you follow that straight up and you get to there. I'm gonna follow the road up, oh bugs, and I'm hoping it'll come to some sort of viewpoint where we'll be able to see the sheep. Well, that's definitely seen better days, that's for sure. I don't think I'm going to sit on it. I feel like I might activate some sort of side quest that I'm not quite ready for. I'm also questioning whoever put the chair there, what are they looking at? Yeah. Also, there's no sheep. It said, ChatGPT gave me this suggestion, by the way, as part of the route. It said you'll see sheep, some Dow's sheep. I've not seen any. I ain't seen nothing. The view's okay, like it's not too bad. Obviously you've got this thing here, but if I flick this around, I'm just gonna get to the edge. I'll flick it around so you can see. It's, you know, it's something. It's a nice little view out across the valleys, I guess. You got some of the mountains in the background. Yeah. This is Fingers Sight. Bit of a strange name. Also a bit of a strange place. I guess we've kind of completed it, we just didn't actually see the sheep, so I think we move on.
I think too much. I wake up tired and terrified. Started feeling weak. You grind your teeth, can't hide your bloodshot eyes. Talking in your sleep. Guess we're on a losing streak. But we're in good company. I feel better when you
Made it to Ross River, right? And I've realised now, as part of this whole sort of road trip back through to Watson Lake and the route we've been taking, we're exploring quite a few of the quiet side towns in Yukon. So everything's a little bit smaller. Now this suspension bridge was built in 1943. Pretty decent. I mean, it definitely looks old. That's for sure. I wonder what the view's like from the bridge itself though. 25 people capacity. I'm having a snack. You got to try them, right? I spotted this on Google Maps, and then I asked ChatGPT, as I have done a few times on this road trip, and they said it's worth just checking out. They also said you can carry your camping gear and then camp on the other side of this bridge. I mean, it's definitely like backcountry kind of camping. And then you've got this little ferry here, and that, from what I can tell, that's probably just to like send vehicles across the river, like a little tugboat kind of ferry. But I mean, it's nice. It's a nice little structure. It's just in the middle of nowhere. Like, I guess it's one of them hidden spots, right? That once you found it, you're never gonna go back. Yeah, I mean, this has taken about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours to get to. So, yeah, time well spent. Ross River suspension bridge. So clearly that's Ross River. That's the suspension bridge. I don't know what else I was asking for, to be honest with you. I guess I've unlocked it. another side quest ticked off the list. This one's probably given me the smallest amount of XP ever. I'm hitting, definitely today, we've hit a few towns where there's not really much going on. It's very much like small town very secluded areas that I suspect is a very nice, quiet and peaceful life. So yeah, I guess this has been a little bit of a history lesson. Ross River Suspension Bridge, completed it. Yeah, okay, right. I may have messed up here. I'm gonna have to go back on myself because the route to get to Watson Lake from here requires more than a full tank that I have in the car. I don't have a full tank in the car. So I'm gonna get stranded because there's no petrol stations on route either. So I'm gonna have to go back on myself to Carmack, whip round to Whitehorse, and then go from Whitehorse across to Watson. Which is pretty much messed up the plan slightly. All I can do now is stay optimistic, do my best to make off as much time as possible now to get a campsite for the night, and then set off extremely early tomorrow morning to then get to Liard River as quickly as I possibly can. Yeah. That's just to add to it then. So if you are planning to go down the Robson or Robert Campbell Highway, it's one of those, Robert Campbell or Robson Highway, just be aware there is a distinct lack of petrol stations. It's pretty remote compared with the other highways that I've done. Yeah, there you go. Lesson learned. Right, we're gonna start heading back the way we've come from. At some point I am gonna have to find somewhere to stay the night, but I want to make as much progress as I can now before the night kind of comes upon us. So let's get driving. You learn these things sometimes.
Climbing up the dark, guess we're on a losing streak, but we're in good company. I feel better when you speak, 'cause you know the words to comfort me.
Well, we're back there where we were about 4 hours ago at least. I had dinner just at the food truck across the road. Just had to top up again. The only good thing is that I figured out where I'm going to stay for the night. Looking at Fox Lake, I think that's going to be the play. Just to go back to Fox Lake. We visited it earlier on today. It's only about an hour's drive from here, but it is in a direction where I know we're able to get back. It's such a detour today. I've messed up big time. I should have planned ahead. I didn't. I just wanted to go and experience it and get lost. Yeah, I've learned a lesson today. I've learned a big lesson when it comes to road trips, is that you sometimes can't just have the end goal, I need to check what's en route. I also think maybe I should have had a jerry can, but I mean, yeah. I've made the mistake. I ain't gonna make it again, that's for sure. It just means that it hasn't gone to plan today. But hey ho, live and learn, right? Live and learn. I've got some food. Well, I topped up from the general store. We just got some instant noodles, some cucumbers and bits for dinner, but wow. I can't complain too much. Like, we still got to see some parts of the world that, you know, we wouldn't have seen otherwise. So, yeah. Get me to the campsite now. We're at Fox Lake. I decided I had to go somewhere, and this is somewhat en route, so I figured we'll end the day here. It's not too bad. I've got a spot right by the lake, so this is on the other side. Sadly, the sunset's over there, but this is what I've got. We've got a spot at least. We've got somewhere. We're back on track is the main thing. Can't lose spirits. A little bit damp this afternoon when I realised the mistake I made, but it just goes to show sometimes you do have to plan in advance. Let me show you though what I've got for dinner. Another one of these, pot noodle, picked it up at one of the gas stations. Little popper seed muffin, and I got some cucumbers. I've got to try and stay healthy somewhat on this road trip. But yeah, I think it's gonna be similar to last night. I'm just gonna start a fire, have some noodles, have some muffins, tuck up in the car, call it a night. Oh, vlog didn't quite go to plan today, but it happens. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button. I appreciate the love, the support. If you want to stay up to date with all the adventures, all the fun, hit subscribe. I will see you soon. Bye.